friends, big things are happening today, and you need to know about them. Here's an item from Fox News. President Trump has signed an executive order to allow children to stay with their parents caught crossing the border illegally, moving to stop the family separations that have triggered a national outcry and political crisis for Republicans. The measure would allow children to stay in detention with parents for an extended period of time. This comes as congressional Republicans scramble to draft legislation to address the same issue, but face challenges mustering the votes. In signing the measure, Trump said he wants to keep families together while also enforcing border security. He vowed his administration's zero-tolerance policy for illegal immigration would continue. The separations stem from the administration's zero-tolerance immigration policy, which aims to prosecute all illegal border crossers. But because of a 1997 order and related decisions, children cannot be detained for longer than 20 days with the adults, unquote. My friends, everybody's talking about this issue, and I want to know why. Why? We've got major issues facing this country. The biggest is keeping illegal immigrants out. What's going to happen with their kids? That's for the illegal immigrants to worry about. You know, they say they have fled persecution all over South and Central America, but as soon as they reached Mexico, they lost the persecution. In many cases, it's 2,000 miles from where they are, from one border of Mexico to the U.S. border. So why are they coming here? Why is Mexico allowing them in? Why is Mexico letting them go unfettered all the way to the American border? If they were really fleeing persecution, they would be safe and sound in Mexico. If they show up here with their children, they, the parents, are breaking up their families. And by the way, 10,000 out of 12,000 kids who came to our border came unaccompanied, which means their parents love them so much, they're sending them hundreds, if not 2,000 miles across desolate area where they could be kidnapped, could be murdered, could be beaten, could be raped, could be anything. And these parents love their children so very much. So tell me, my friends, when was the last time you sent your young children on a 2,000-mile trek without you? Responsibility for this fiasco rests with the parents, the illegal aliens, the criminals, who not only are here illegally and become criminals, but have made their children accomplices to the crime. Let Mexico handle it, and let the parents pay for the expense. It's Wednesday, and it's Real Truth. We'll be back.
This farm report brought to you by Nissan Titan. If you believe you have missing or stolen livestock, you should immediately file a report with law enforcement and your local brand inspector. Give as much detail as possible. Upon receiving the information, the Colorado Brand Board will distribute the report statewide and to surrounding states. For inspectors' contact list, go to the Colorado Department of Agriculture website. Take on the job in the all-new 2017 Nissan Titan. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
Providing reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom-tailored capabilities of modified emergency lighting all the way to commercial-scale power. Great Plains Power is a full-service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom design system, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963 at 303-239-9963 or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
My friends, welcome back to Real Truth. I am Howard Riell. It's all about immigration. Here is Ann Coulter earlier today on the Mark Simone Show.
Tell me, talk there.
All right, guys, immigration. The Democrats want to destroy this country. The question is, will you and I let them? We'll be right back.
Ladies, this is David Golden informing you that heart attacks in women is different than heart attacks in men. Women having heart attacks will experience nausea, vomiting, indigestion, shortness of breath, or simply sudden and extreme fatigue, but no chest pain. Get emergency medical help and call 911 immediately if you are experiencing any of these symptoms. Pain, pressure, burning, or squeezing in the chest, jaw, shoulders, back, or arms that last more than 5 to 10 minutes. Unexplained shortness of breath lasting more than 5 to 10 minutes. Sudden severe nausea, vomiting, or indigestion. Sudden sweating for no reason. Sudden unexplained extreme fatigue. Loss of consciousness or fainting. Or sudden unexplained panicky feeling of doom. The key, ladies, is to listen to your body. Follow your instincts, and if you've experienced symptoms that are disturbing to you in any way, or even remotely related to your heart, get yourself checked out right away. If your doctor brushes you off, that's a sign you need a new doctor. One who will act and do what is necessary to get to the bottom of your symptoms.
Riell Power has been providing reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom tailored capabilities of modest emergency lighting all the way to commercial scale power. Riell Power is a full service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages, custom design system, and parts for do-it-yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
All right, guys, let's hear some more about these border separations. Because Rachel Maddow is weeping over them. She's so fake, so phony. I wonder what she's really weeping about. Anyway, here is Dr. Sebastian Gorka being interviewed on Breitbart News about this topic. This is just from a couple hours ago. Here we go.
Dr. Sebastian Gorka. Good pull together. So here's something. So much effort. Teenager.
Now, my friends, why are these idiots, and they are idiots, they're simpletons, and they're liars, why are they allowed to harass somebody in a restaurant, in a public restaurant? Where are the police? Why did Kristen Nielsen have to get up and leave? Why aren't these people immediately dragged out?
Are you seeking asylum in the United States? We call on you to end family separation and abolish all.
What these morons want, just like we were hearing before, is a country without borders, which will very quickly become a third world toilet. And that's what they're stupid enough to want. They must not love their children, because long after they're gone, their children will have to live in that third world toilet that used to be America. My friends, before Dr. G speaks, this is the idiocy, the brain-deadedness, if I can make up a word, of the left. Cultural appropriation, standing in a restaurant, screaming at somebody. You remember last year or so? Liberals standing outside, howling at the sky. That's what liberalism is. And if you vote Democrat, then these are your people. These are your good friends. They're just like you. Alright guys, we're going to come back. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give it back to Sebastian Gorka because he's that smart and he's that right. More Real Truth to follow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips, founder of the Green Earth.
Well, it had to happen. When Colorado legalized marijuana, most people thought the Green Earth was a marijuana dispensary. Also, it was legalized on January the 1st, 2014. The same day we opened our new location at 4565 Kipling Street, 1.5 blocks south of I-70. There are 83,000 cars a day passing in front of our new location on Kipling Street, and most of them thought we were a marijuana dispensary. So we changed the name of our retail store to New Genesis Health, but we kept the name of our Green Herb Supplements. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Genesis Health, or call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372. And be sure to listen to the Healthy Nature Show with Linda Phillips every Tuesday at 1 p.m.
Ladies, this is James Golden informing you that heart attacks in women can be different than heart attacks in men. Women having heart attacks will experience nausea, vomiting, indigestion, shortness of breath with simply sudden and extreme fatigue, but no chest pain. Get emergency medical help and call 911 immediately if you are experiencing any of these symptoms. Pain, pressure, burning or splitting in the chest, jaw, shoulders, back or arms that last more than 5 to 10 minutes. Unexplained shortness of breath lasting more than 5 to 10 minutes. Sudden severe nausea, vomiting or indigestion. Sudden sweating for no reason. Sudden unexplained extreme fatigue. Loss of consciousness or fainting. Or sudden unexplained panicky feeling of doom. The key, ladies, is to listen to your body. Follow your instincts, and if you experience symptoms that are disturbing you in any way, or even remotely related to your heart, get yourself checked out right away. If your doctor brushes you off, that's a sign you need a doctor, one who will actually do what is necessary to get to the bottom of your symptoms.
And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 16.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution
My friends, we're talking about cretinous idiots who downplay the Holocaust because anybody they don't like is Hitler. Anything they don't like is like the Holocaust. It's like the concentration camps. They cheapen the currency of the Holocaust, if you can imagine any sentient human being doing that. Let's go back to Sebastian Gorka being interviewed on Breitbart News Daily today.
Notice the people they do.
Scrutiny, and the Council continues politicizing and scapegoating of countries with positive human rights records in an attempt to distract from the abusers in their ranks. Therefore, as we said we would do a year ago, if we did not see any progress, the United States is officially withdrawing from the UN Human Rights Council. In doing so, I want to make it crystal clear that this step is not a retreat from human rights commitments. On the contrary, we take this step because our commitment does not allow us to remain a part of a hypocritical and self-serving organization that makes a mockery of human rights.
I mean, this is just such an amazing moment. I'm not world's biggest Nikki Haley fan. I think there's some things she does that I disagree with, but this is holding a corrupt global institution like the UN, particularly the Human Rights Council, accountable, is a moment you have to savor, Dr. G.
Yes, and especially because, again, this is a superb illustration of left-wing lunatic narrative versus reality. So this is supposed to be, the Trump administration is supposed to be the bigoted, anti-Semitic administration, right? And what have we just seen happen? We've seen the Trump administration decide to withdraw itself from this outrageous organization, the UN. Why? Because it has lambasted Israel more times than all the other members of the United Nations combined. So because of their incredible anti-Semitic behavior with regards to Israel, we in protest leave the commission. So again, there's truth, and then there's the left-wing insanity, and more power to her elbow. We need to be seeing more of this happen at the United Nations, and this is who the Trump administration is.
So, Brandon, do you think the UN Human Rights Council has done enough for the actual humanitarian issues that are facing the planet right now, or do you think they're largely about self-serving, condemning Israel, condemning the United States, and pushing this sort of globalist, totalitarian, leftist agenda?
I mean, there's a lot I appreciate about the United Nations. There's stuff when it comes to disease, there's a lot of data I appreciate getting from them. But when it comes to the Human Rights Council, no, I don't. What I see is an overly focused on Israel. I think the over focus on Israel is for geopolitical reasons.
Yes.
My friends, it's time. We're about to hit a commercial break. It's time for America to get out of the UN entirely. The UN is a disaster. It's a failed experiment. Could have done wonders. Instead, it's become a cesspool for tyrants. It's become the home of anti-Semitic vipers. They spend 90% of their time slamming Israel. We don't need to invest our money in an organization like that. We don't need to allow an organization like that to sit on the East River in New York. They need to pack up their stuff, get out of the glass menagerie there, and get out of this country. Let them go sit in the Sudan or some other upholstered toilet and scream about human rights. But the United Nations is a disaster that adds nothing, virtually nothing anymore. And I applaud President Trump and Nikki Haley for pulling us out of the Human Rights Commission. We need to get out of the United Nations as a whole, because the entire edifice is corrupt and venal. We'll take a break. You know what we're going to do? We're going to come back with more Real Truth.
Has been providing reliable electrical power systems in the Rocky Mountain area since 1992. Our systems rely on the sun to help make you self-reliant for your power needs. Solar energy can be scaled to fit any situation, from complete power independence to backup power for the short term. Our expertise focuses on standalone power, but we have extensive experience with utility interactive systems as well. Custom-tailored capabilities of modest emergency lighting all the way to commercial scale power. Great Plains Power is a full-service company. We service everything we sell. We provide and design turnkey packages customized system and parts for you yourself. With more than 20 years of specialized experience at your disposal, let us know what your power concerns or goals are. Reach us by phone or the internet. Call 303-239-9963. That's 303-239-9963. Or go to GreatPlainsSolar.com.
If you're taking 1, 2, 5, or more nutritional supplements, please try. Simplify your supplementation with Bio Superfood, the most advanced nutritional whole food supplement you can buy. Women, children, even Olympic athletes the world over have discovered Bio Superfood from BioAge.com. And now take just one nutritional supplement instead of many. The Bio Superfood formulas are whole food products composed with 4 of the most nutrient-dense algae found on Earth. Bio Superfood for the brain helps with focus, memory, clarity, and mood. If you can increase brain health, the rest of the body is a no-brainer. Bio Superfood has 0 toxicity and is safe for you and your family. Learn more and order your Bio Superfood formulas at BioAge.com, spelled BIOAGE.com, BioAge.com, or call 877-288-9116. That's 877-288-9116. BioAge, the age of advanced organics.
Now, my friends, you know, I've been all over the IG report, but I'm not sure that everybody is as big a wonk about it as I am. Here is Newt Gingrich on the Sean Hannity show yesterday or 2 days ago, talking about exactly what the IG report shows and what it says about the deep state. Well, they're not moving fast enough. If they were, Hillary would already be inside a cell. Item from the Daily Mail. A Japanese water company has apologized to customers and docked a worker's pay after he was caught leaving his desk for a lunch break. A 64-year-old male staff member at the Kobe City Waterworks Bureau on the outskirts of Osaka, Japan, took approximately 78 minutes of lunch break over the course of 7 months. His employers took a dim view of his antics, arguing he had frittered away company time in the pursuit of food. The trips to a nearby store, which took 3 minutes each time, took place a total of 26 times between September 2017 and March 2018. My friends, compare that with the work ethic in America today. A lot of people go to work for 8 hours. They're lucky if they get 3 hours of work in. In Japan, this guy took 3 minutes each day to go get his lunch, and the company went on television to issue a public apology. Something's wrong somewhere, my friends, and I don't think it's wrong in Japan. Let's take a break and we'll wrap it up. More Real Truth on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Phillips, founder of the Green Herb.
How many times have you gone into a health food store and are confused as to the many different brands and prices on the same herbal supplements? You want to buy the cheapest, but you're afraid that quality is less, so you buy the most expensive. Truth is, the cheapest may be better. Green Herb herbal supplements are all manufactured in our Wheat Ridge, Colorado plant at 4565 Kipling Street, using the highest quality herb that we source from all over the world. Our 150 different herbal supplements are the most potent and safest in America. Our guarantee is your money back, no time limit, just return the bottle empty or full, no questions asked. So when you come to our new location, look for our new name, New Genesis Health, or call us at 888-765-HERB. That's 888-765-4372.
TLR Associates of Boulder wants you to remember your life began at conception, and so does the life of every yet-to-be-born person. Baby and mother both lose when 1 in 3 women go against their instincts and choose abortion. Former abortion Dr. Nathanson says people do not understand that there are thousands of serious physical complications from abortion every year in this country. Post-abortion crises include severe guilt, depression and regret, anxiety disorders, sleep disturbance, suicide, violent behavior, sterility, increased risk of miscarriage and delivery complications of premature birth. International Journal of Epidemiology reported abortion increases breast cancer risk by 90%. Every helpless baby has the right to life, too. This life-giving message is brought to you by TLR Associates of Boulder, providing a job well done for your home or business with designs in stucco, stone, and brick. Call TLR Associates of Boulder, 303-921-3310. TLR Medallion branded stucco protection serves the Boulder and northern Colorado area.
All right, guys, we're at the 4-minute mark. Here we go. Item from the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro. He writes, this is an era of massive hypocrisy. On the one hand, you have the left arguing that policy must change with regard to family separation at the border. That would be the same left that argued in 2014 it was utterly inhumane to keep children locked up with their illegal immigrant parents and sued to have that policy changed. On the other hand, you have the Trump administration arguing that zero tolerance at the border was good policy and that family separation was merely a byproduct of the legal workings of the system. The Trump administration also argued that they didn't have the legal authority to unilaterally overrule Ninth Circuit rulings on the Flores settlement. That would be the same Trump administration now arguing Trump can unilaterally change policy through executive action. On that first hand, again, the left argues, that separation policy is essentially Nazi-esque evil. These would be the same people on the left rejecting a legislative fix in order to keep the focus on President Trump, as Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer so charmingly put it. On the other hand, again, the right argues that separating parents from children is a deterrent, while at the same time arguing the policy is an Obama holdover for which the Trump administration bears no responsibility. So, here's the simple reality, writes Ben Shapiro. The Trump administration did not create separation policy. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals did. The Trump administration did push a zero-tolerance policy on border crossing, treating all those who enter the country illegally as criminals. The Trump administration does not have the executive authority to unilaterally change law as ruled by the Ninth Circuit. The policy should be changed and should never have been discussed as a deterrent. Nobody seems to truly care about any of these facts or want to do anything concrete to solve the problem. So, who wins the PR war? The left, obviously. That's not because they're rhetorical geniuses, it's because it's almost impossible to roll out a policy as badly as the Trump administration has rolled out its zero-tolerance policy. First, the administration announced the zero-tolerance policy. Then the administration said the separation of children from parents was a deterrent. After that, the administration activated morons like Corey Lewandowski to say womp womp in front of the cameras while discussing the fate of 10-year-olds with Down syndrome separated from their parents. Meanwhile, the administration claimed that they had no power to change the law because it was up to the legislature. Then finally, Trump backed down and signed an executive order which will likely be overturned by a court. Masterful. Unquote. My friends, this is a tempest in a teapot. It's not for America to get crazy about people coming here illegally. It's for Mexico, since these people are in Mexico and should stay in Mexico. Item from the Daily Mail. An Ohio man who attempted to lure an underage boy into sex with food received a 7-day jail sentence. Youngstown State University student Albert Maruna IV, now age 23, believed he was speaking to a boy, 15, online back in early December when he received a response to the posting he shared on a dating app. However, the teen boy was actually an undercover cop with the Austintown Police Department. Unquote. My friends, this piece of dirt is trying to lure a 15-year-old child into sex over the internet. Only a 7-day jail sentence? That is absolutely obscene. Now, if you want to say that he is executed and then spent 7 days rotting in an open grave, I might be willing to sign on to that. Either way, I will be back tomorrow, as I always am, and we'll finish up the week, as we always do, with more real truth. Hasta luego.